Hey guys, this is Jonna, or Jay, and what a week. Already. It's Monday. I'm sitting outside on my front porch in my pajamas, and it's really nice outside, but it's about ready. Looks like it's about ready to get dark pretty quick. It's like almost 8 o'clock here. So, for those of you who haven't been keeping up with my crazy, chaotic life recently, I broke up with my boyfriend, fiance, whatever you want to call him. I just recently did, and I can't get him to leave me alone. He keeps on harassing me, even though I told him to quit. He keeps on posting about me on Facebook, and it's just getting really, really annoying real quick. He is also trying to take my son back, I guess you would say, because he thinks that I'm going to apparently ruin his family. Okay, I just want to clarify. First of all, he wasn't even the father of my son. The father of my son is a deadbeat who likes to do drugs and sleep with other women and get them pregnant. Okay? He's 21 years old and has 3 kids, possibly 4. And yeah, that is counting one that he's got on the way right now. Just to also clarify too, I threatened to press charges against him because whenever I tell him multiple times to stop doing something, like message me, and he doesn't quit, I'm going to press charges. So I just figured that you guys should know, and if you want the whole entire story, I'll tell you right now in a shorter version. So we went to the funeral. It was in Springfield, and it was probably about a 2-3 hour drive at the most. Well, he ended up was like really, he was just like really touchy-feely, and he wouldn't stop touching me, so I asked him nicely to stop. I just didn't want to be touched, and I can understand he needed comfort at the time that his grandpa passed and everything, but I didn't want to be constantly groped. I didn't want to be treated like some wild animal out in the jungle, and that's not me. But anyways, he just kept on touching me after multiple times, and I just felt really violated and uncomfortable, and I just wanted to go home, you know? And the funeral was good. It was nice. It wasn't really overly packed, but there was a lot of people there that was really upset, and it made me uncomfortable because I don't usually like seeing people upset, but I had to anyways. And then we ended up visiting family of his, which was nice. I got to do some pet therapy, but anyways, on our way back, he kept on doing the same exact thing, and he got mad whenever I told him no, like I shouldn't be telling him not to touch me. It's ridiculous. So yesterday morning, I was over at his house because we didn't get back till late from the funeral. It was probably about 9-10 o'clock, and I ended up staying the night over there, and my son was with me. He ended up arguing with me a lot, saying that he wasn't going to touch me and all of that, and whatever. So everything was fine up until probably about 2 o'clock or so, and I was laying on the bed, his bed. He was sitting in a chair playing some games and getting ready for this job interview. You fucking bird, would you stop chirping? I'm trying to film! Okay, but anyways, I was laying on the bed and I was reading a book. It was The Immortal Rules by Julie Kagawa. And I was reading that, and his mom, who babyfies him so much, it's ridiculous, ends up walking into his room, and he's like, you need to get your socks on, you need to get your shoes on, like he's 5. And his grandma walks in, probably about 5 minutes later, and says the exact same thing, but she adds, oh, and you also need to make your bed. Mind you, he's 20, and he gets treated like he's 5. Actually, he acts like he's 5. Better yet, I don't even see how they passed him in grade school. But anyways, that's beside the point. So he walked around to go get his shoes, which were in the living room, and the way that his house is, he's got a long hallway. It's probably from me to the pole, but he ended up smacking my butt on the way there, and I didn't appreciate it, so I told him to stop. And then he started grabbing my butt, and I pulled his hand away, and I slapped his hand, and I told him to fucking quit. He got mad, and he goes, and he walks off. He comes back, and he gets his shoes, and he's still touching my butt, and I tell him no. Still won't quit. So I'm thinking, okay, what the hell can I do to get him away from me? So I tell him, stop touching me, and I use it in a very forceful tone, and he quits. For probably about a good second or so, and then he starts again. Then afterwards, we were going home. He got into this big argument with me, and the argument was over this guy that I still had feelings for, which I had told him because, you know, we were together for probably about 5-6 months, half a year, and we were engaged at that time because we were just so crazy about each other. It was insane. And I haven't seen him in 3 years, but the feelings just never really gone away. So I told him probably about a week before we broke up, and he was alright with it at first, and then he got really mad. He just started saying that I cared more about Dakota than I did him. That's the other guy's name, by the way. His name's Dakota. And I said, well, if you think that I care about him so much, then why are we together? And we got into it. My son was in the back seat of the car in his car seat, and he started to speed up. He was probably going about 65, 70 miles an hour in a 40 speed limit, so I told him to slow down, and he wouldn't, and then I told him slow the fuck down, and he still wouldn't, so I literally had to basically scream my ass off in order to get him to slow down, and he almost ended up tailboning this guy, and it was just a big mess. So I told him in the car, I'm like, we're done, pack your shit and leave. So he ended up getting all of his movies out of my house, which I still have to pick my stuff up from his house, which that's not gonna be fun. But anyways, where was I? Oh yeah. So he comes in here at my house and he gets all of his stuff and all that, and I tell him to leave multiple times and he won't leave. And so I'm about ready to call the cops on him at this point. I just didn't do it, and he ends up walking out and he's begging me for another chance and all that, and I told him no. I just told him that we're done and I don't want him back. We're not having another chance. But I basically said I don't know, because I didn't at the time. Well, he ends up staying in my driveway for probably about a good half an hour, 40 minutes. And I walk out there and I said, you need to get your ass going. Go. He doesn't listen to me. He ends up calling his friends, saying that I broke up with him for somebody else, which was not the truth. I broke up with him because he's a fucking psychopath. and he ends up saying that he's broken and that he's so heartbroken, but honestly, he wouldn't have left me like this. He would not have violated me, disrespected me, not listened to me. I felt like I was touched by a rapist. Honestly. And it's getting ridiculous. Chase, if you are watching this, stop messaging me, okay? I blocked you for a reason. I don't want you for a reason, okay? We're done. We're over. Don't see me at all. I had an emotional breakdown today at work, and I'm about ready to have an interview there, and it does not look good on me. It doesn't at all. You know, my friend just lost her baby. I ended up losing a friend in a car wreck. My sister even had an emotional breakdown because she didn't feel like I loved her anymore. And then to top it all off, I have this guy who is probably drunk somewhere in a field. I haven't talked to him in probably about 3 hours or so, and I'm getting really worried. Really worried. And also, I have Chase, who was messaging me. I'm trying to stay positive, but it's really hard. So if you guys believe in whatever, God, Buddha, Judas Priest, Korn, Breaking Benjamin, just send good vibes to me, please. I'd really appreciate it. Thank you guys for watching, and I hope that you stick around and enjoy my videos. And if you don't, oh well, you're a loss, I guess. Also, be sure to look out for this collaboration that I'm doing with some wall art. I am getting back to the person probably today or tomorrow, just anytime I have access to a computer. Maybe next Monday, I don't know. But I will be doing some wall art, hopefully, maybe, so look out for that. And as always, try to stay positive whenever there's a fucking rain cloud, lightning bolts, and fire-breathing dragons all around you. You are the rainbow in that. Just try to remember my advice, please. Your love is very appreciated and supported. Here's half a heart. Half. Kind of looks like a circle, but oh well. And I will see you guys in the next one. Bye.